anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Falcons' offense comes onto the field first today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football game.
He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the catch at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Air Force. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Navy's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so...
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Yeah, and And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. Finds a crease at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Navy!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fighting off the defender. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Falcons in a good spot here with second and short. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. He almost broke that when they finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires left. Found a seam. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, midshipman. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The option look. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Falcons send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Navy quick to the line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Runs for the tackle. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback and affecting the throw.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll try to do it himself. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Dyer. Finds his man, it's Williams. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Rides the back and leaves it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got him downfield. Turning it on. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On the option. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Polk. And another broken tackle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sends it back in motion. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, you're going to need more of this in the 2nd half. That's the way you punctuate a drive. at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Power football with the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got a man. It's Johnson. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man. It's Hill. He's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Navy quick to the line. They'll try to get outside. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Now on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And in halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. The give out of the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And here comes the punt team.
Number 14, on to kick it away.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll ride his man on the option. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Gives it on the option. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Using his legs, it's Cornelius. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. The give to the fullback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Here comes the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. He'll toss it. Past the 30. There he goes. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
That's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Nice move there. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
On the option. Breaks into the open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Unleashes one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. The offense coughs it up. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field. And anything can happen, right, in football. And you can catch breaks. And so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this.
Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Motion from the back. On the run, it's Booth. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Dyer. Gets it out quickly. Oh, what a cut! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Falcons want to move quickly.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Hauls it in. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possessions.
It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The give to the back. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind